All right, what is up, guys? So, the EU versus NA tournament happened a few days ago. You see here it was 4 days ago, and the outcome of it, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I mean, you guys know what happened. I'm the goat, naturally. I mean, you'll see it later if you don't know. I don't want to say it outright because, ooh, mystery. But anyways, so I wanted to do a video on it. I don't know how long this video is gonna be. Basically, what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna play through the entire thing. What I'm going to do is I will probably go over the kit buying process. I'll talk about it a little bit. I'm not gonna. I mean, I'll walk through mine just because I'll give like a general like idea of what I was going for. As for I'll show like the finalized product for the most part, and then I will go through the videos and I will show some of the fights. I'll show like the more impactful ones because some of these are relevant. Like when you kill some random naked guy, like that's not really like there's nothing really for me to tell there, right? But I just want to like go through it, do a little walkthrough, kind of give like my thought process going through it. I did stream this all, and I talked about it the whole time I was streaming it. So I mean, if you want to watch it, you could just watch it on my Twitch feed. But other than that, yeah. So to start off with, Cucksquee, he was the person I was against. If you guys don't know what this is, quick explanation. It was a 1v1 tourney, but not a direct 1v1, not like I'm fighting him. It was a kill race, so each person has 3 games. He goes first. Well, I mean, he just got to go first. He goes first, and then I go, and then he goes, and I go, and then he goes, and I go. At the end of the 3 games, whoever has the most points, because it's not just kills, it's other the kills are rated by points. Whoever has the most points wins. The points were determined by the judges, which were Vincent and Party Chip. How it worked was basically somebody who was in like Squire kit was worth 1 point. Like okay gear, like like purples and stuff, like blues, purples, I think was 2 points. And then if they were in really good gear, so like triple on roll like purples or like quad on roll legendary stuff like that, like really 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 good stuff, they were worth 3 points. Uh, and so I mean that's like the general way to follow this. So if you're watching and you like see the kills, you're like, oh, how do you have this many points or whatever? Then yeah, and yeah, I mean that's basically what it was. As for the actual in-game rules, we have a 10k gold limit to build a kit. At the start of it, Vincent gives each of us 10k gold. We build the kit with it on stream, so no foul play going on. The 10k gold is for everything: weapons, gear, um, you know, crossbow, meds, utility items like frannies, campfires, surge kits, all of that. All of that has to be within the 10k gold. You can loot meds and stuff off of bodies, so like prop pots, health pots, TBs, whatever. You can surge kits, all of those campfires. You can get those off of people. You cannot take any of the gear you get off of them to equip it yourself. Your kit has to stay the same throughout the entire time. If you were to die, you lose 1 point, and you are allowed to rebuild the kit. You just have to use your own gold for it. So yeah, dying is not the end of your run. There is a penalty for it, but it does not feel good because if you die, one, you lose a point, which is already pretty bad, and then two, you have to rebuild the kit. And the thing is, realistically, if you're rebuilding your kit, you're probably building it the same way you built it before, but now the pieces that you went for are just not there. Like the ones the best. Ideally, you pick the best pieces you wanted first, and now if you have to go back and buy it again, the best pieces probably aren't there, right? So yeah. And I mean, I will say this, just as a starter, this tournament it was not exactly fair, so to speak, because most of the people in both lobbies are stream snipers. I'm just gonna be honest. My lobbies and his lobbies, most of them are stream snipers. This isn't even like a saying like they're all trying to kill. Like there are people that are sniping to give you points. There are people, stuff like that. It's obvious, right? In his games, he had the same rogue all 3 games that was running on griefing him. In my games, I had the same sorcerer that was running on griefing me. It just happens that way. It's just the nature of these things. People are gonna be weird. They want attention. Is what it is, right? So I'm gonna go over his kit first because he decided to play first. I'll go over his kit and then I'll probably swap and I'll go over mine right after, and then we will watch him play his first game for the most part. So you see here, he decided to run Flange Mace and Lantern Shield. He is a very, very big Flange Mace enjoyer. I don't like this weapon. You guys know that. But he likes it. And then with Lantern Shield, it's like, whatever. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't just run Warhammer, but it is what it is. And so you see his stats kind of reflect that. Really low action speed. He's like okay HP, 177. Move speed is 311. And I think I don't know if he shows the rest of his stats here, but here's like his gear he's wearing. Lace turn shoes. Fine choice, not adventure boots, not light foots, kind of like the in between. Plate pants, move speed, fizz power, PDR, max health. Fine. He didn't go for plus all here, which I don't think was necessarily the correct play. You'll see like the way I build my kit was a little bit different. Like I think I went for like purples on some of my pieces, where he went for legendaries and I went for legendaries, we went for purples. Just overall, I think it's a lack of market awareness on terms of like what you want. Because the thing is, like, yeah, these are good, but going for legendary pants isn't worth it, in my opinion. Over just going for purples, right? Because the thing is, like, yeah, like he has like because if you think about it, if you think of, like I just lose out on a roll. Like I lose out on this PDR roll, but for the fizz power, I get purples and I get plus all. So I gain a lot more stats. I get action speed, I get health, I get move speed because he only has 3 add on this, whereas I think I go for like 1.6% move speed bonus on a purple. So yeah, I'm losing out on 2% fizz power and I'm losing out on some PDR, but I'm also gaining it on other stats I think are more valuable. In the current meta, I don't think PDR is that good to begin with, just because of how accessible armor pen is for so many people. So I don't really highly prio it that much. Another thing was going into this tournament, I already knew how it was going to be. People were going to snipe. And if they are sniping, chances are they're probably sniping you on things like Warlock, Wizard, Sork. Or if they're playing Rogue, they probably have like weak point thrust and stuff like that. So going for PDR wasn't really as smart. Like, I mean, in a way, the tournament had already begun like the moment you started building your kit, because you had to build knowing what you were going to fight. Kind of. Which is another reason I don't think Lantern Shield was that ideal. I don't think like this is good against most of the classes you're going to fight. Because if you're fighting spellcasters, this is terrible. Fighting a bunch of melees, this is great. Anyways, and then he's just like talking about his kit a little bit, which I mean I don't really particularly care about. Here, let's speed up. Gauntlets, max health, to add move speed, 1 true fizz. Fine, it's similar to what I went for. So we can speed this up. Grim Smile, Dex, max health, move speed, true fizz. Fine ring. Both of his rings he got posted like 1 minute. I like literally like when he was buying them, he found them. But I really just full screen this. Both of his rings he got posted like they were posted right as he'd happen to be buying them. Okay, that's really cool. Really like that. Another one, max health bonus, move speed, 10 armor rating, true fizz. Fine ring, nothing complainable there. Cape, true fizz, max health, 3 move speed. Once again, completely fine. Dark plate. This is another place where we depict really, really different things. So this is PDR, move speed, max health bonus, fizz power. By all means, perfectly fine. However, something I've known for a while, and also I feel like this quality isn't. Yeah, okay. Something I've known for a while, just because like just from playing the game and seeing that is, which you're going to see when I build my kit, unique dark plates with max HP are less than 1,000 gold. So I ended up getting a really, really good one that gives me a ton of HP. And his necklace is 3 move speed, 3 fizz power, true fizz. Once again here, like this is okay, but it's not nearly as good as you want it to be. Like 3 move speed is very little. He ends up actually being faster than me, which is funny to say this. 3 move speed's little. You're not getting like you don't have plus all on this, but it's like it's fine, but it is what it is. It's like not great. And then Hound Skull, fizz damage reduction, move speed, action speed, max health bonus. Once again, I don't think this is worth it to build. This slows you down drastically and it gives you less MR, which I think is terrible, especially in a solos meta. Like, once again, if you're fighting only melees, like blarbs and fighters, this is great. This is one of your best choices. That's not what you're fighting in this. But it just isn't. And then his weapons, I don't think he shows these. The Phalange Mace and the Lantern Shield are both unique, and they both have max health bonus on them. Oh, he does show them, actually. I'm sorry. And then the crossbow is just a random legendary crossbow. So that is his kit. I don't think he showed. Then his perks: counterattack, swift, defense mastery, shield mastery, and then he's running sprint, adrenaline rush. I don't think he shows his specific stats other than this. Maybe he does. But his fizz power was about, I think it was 19%, and his PDR was like 62% without the Lantern Shield out. Yeah, and then I'm pretty sure he just queues up after this, right? Yeah, he queues up. So that is his kit, and then my kit. Once again, I start off.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know. I'm muted. What's it? I started off. I was looking at an arming sword, and I was like, this is kind of me just gauging the prices to see like what things are worth, so I know what I'd come back to. I was kind of, because the thing is, I knew I wanted to go arming sword. I wanted to go arming sword heater, not for any reason I think it's good, just kind of fun. I enjoy using it. I want to use it. Also, I mean, this is gonna sound like a little egotistical. Going into this, I was completely confident I was gonna win, so I didn't think I needed to saying I don't think I needed to try hard is dumb. I don't think I needed to try like so hard that I have to base my entire like, oh, I have to run Warhammer because it's like the best thing to use. And once again, like I said, I didn't expect to fight many fighters in this. I fully expected to fight fighting mostly casters, or just range characters in general, so having arming sword is perfectly fine. But yeah, so like you see here, and then I get back to that dark plate with max health, and like right here, I get one for, I think I take this one right here, I take the 999 one with 9 max HP. Yep. That's the one I take, right? Yep, I take that, and I mean this alone is already worth. I mean that's already like such a really good piece. Then I just start building the rest of my armor. Once again, Salad is another piece that I knew was very cheap that has really good stats. Because the thing is, if you look at a Salad, right? Like this one's a little bit more expensive, but 9 max HP Salad for 1,500 gold. And if you actually look at the stats on the Salad, it's really not bad. It's 32 armor, and it has strength vig, and it's only -4 move speed. And yeah, it only does have 13% shot damage reduction. But if you compare this to Crusader helmet, which is very commonly wore, this is literally a tiny bit less armor. Like it's 5% less headshot damage reduction, and I think it's like 3 or 4 move speed less. So for the exact same stats otherwise, it ends up being really good, and this is a great choice. And if you look at the Crusader armor, Crusader is like way more expensive. And yeah, I think I end up taking, I think I take one of these percentage ones, right? Is that what I do? This 5%? Yeah, that makes sense. And I mean, yeah, that was like almost 2k gold, but I have like two of my best pieces right now, and I already have a ton of HP. Once again, then I go for like plate pants, and I'm just like looking through it. I was looking at legendaries, and then I decided to look at gems. I'm like, okay, is it feasible to gem something? And while this is like somewhat acceptable, it's kind of hard to do because this is effectively like, I mean, if you do all the math, if you want every piece to be about the same price, which obviously it won't be, you can't spend more than I think around 800 gold on a single piece of gear. And spending 1,000 gold on emeralds, because it's not just 1,000 gold. If you spend 1,000 gold on 3 emeralds, you then have to consider the fact that you have to go back and gem it. So in each legendary gem, each legendary gem like being applied to an item costs an extra 150 gold. So this would be up to 1,450 gold total. So then you would be paying almost the price of 2 items just to change 3 rolls. And I realized the better option to do this here was, instead of doing that, I should just go for, oh my god, I should just go for purples instead. And then I accidentally searched the wrong thing here, but like I should just go for purples, because like what's the point of trying to gem legendaries when I can just go for 3 standard purples? Like not this one. I don't want to take that one. I go for, I mean, that'd be good, but I go for this one right here. 1.6% move speed, 3 max health. Because the thing is, since I have these two pieces right here that are already so good, I actually don't. I mean, I could have avoided going HP there. I really didn't need to. Um, and I could have just went like a different style. I could have went like Fizz Power or something, or like Action Speed, or anything like that, or Dexterity, whatever I wanted. Just because I don't really need as much HP. Because you see, my kit ends up being like over 100, like 90 HP already. And then right here, this is just me just looking through. Like you see the gear, heavy gauntlets were heavy gauntlets are my obvious choice. Like, I mean, where are they at? I think these are here. I think I take these right here, right? Do I take this right there? I'm pretty sure I do. Or I take something similar. Heavy gauntlets were my obvious choice because I wanted the dexterity. If you're using arming sword, you really need some action speed. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm like, and I get these, right? I mean, to be fair, these were listed literally a minute ago, so this is probably somebody that like was cheating. But it's just how it works, right? Like, I mean, is what it is. Sucks. But I mean, if you look at these, like some of these were listed like this 4 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, so it's possible this was legit. There's no telling. The difference is though, like I mean, if I was gonna buy like this one instead, it's 1 max HP and 0.3% move speed difference. It's really not a big change. And then I'm going for boots, and what do I go for? Oh, I was frozen. I'm going for boots. I'm looking for adventures because like that's like the obvious choice for me once again, because I have so much HP I can afford to like go places like non rugged boots and stuff like that, right? So I look at my stats, and these are my stats. Like I don't have any of my jewelry on or my cape. Already 165, 297, 7%, 52.7% PDR, and my fizz power is like, I don't know, my fizz power is like 8% or something. This I think is where I get a really smart buy. He didn't even really look at these. He didn't really look at purples or anything. So I just started or he didn't really look at legendaries or anything for necklaces of pieces. And I started looking for these, and I find one that's, I think it's really good around here. I found one that was like super cheap. I think it was like it was like 1,100 gold for like 4 statted. Not this one. That one right there is almost insane. Like that one, looking back at it, that's probably nearly worth it just because of the other stats, like the 3% action speed, move speed, and plus all, and just ignoring the true magical. But I'm pretty sure I get this one right here. Yeah, like, are they low rolls? 1 agi, 1% move speed, yes, but it's still 1 all, add fizz, and 2 other good stats for 1,200 gold. So, I really can't turn that down. Honestly, I didn't have to go for, like, the thing is, I didn't want to go Peace Necklace there. I wanted to go Frost Amulet, but it would have been really hard to actually go because they're just so expensive to get the stats you want. And then Grim Smiles, I mean, I'm just looking for anything like along the lines of like Dex, True Fizz, Max Health, Move Speed, that sort of thing. And luckily, Grim Smiles actually aren't super expensive. just because there's so many of them. And here I went back and I bought my sword because I was like I wasn't following the math of how much gold I had. And I considered I was like, okay, I don't want this to get bought off the market and leave me with nothing because this is the one I wanted to go. I wanted this one here. And I was worried anyway because I was worried people are going to go back and buy it after I'd been looking at it earlier. And if they did that, I didn't really have a better alternative because I did want HP on my sword. I could have went for something else, like a dead statted one or like a really good legendary one, but I didn't want to do that. So I just went back and bought this one. And I'm looking, I'm like, okay, I have 4K gold left, 4K gold. And at this point, what I was considering was so going into this, my original plan was I wasn't gonna run a cape. That's why like my gold, like you're like, okay, you're missing, I'm missing all my prots, surges, meds, all of that, crossbow, shield, yeah. My plan was going in this because I was being naive. Was like, oh, I'm just gonna build like a Timmy. I'm gonna build and look like I don't know what I'm doing. I was gonna run no cloak. I was gonna run like a blue heater shield, and people are gonna see me and like, oh wow, look at this guy. I can just kill him for free, and they're gonna run at me. And I was gonna kill him. But then I realized, and I get here later, and I'm like, okay, I have more than enough gold left over. And you see, like, I bought a blue heater shield here. I bought like max health weapon damage. Looking back at it, there should have been PDR. I shouldn't have won weapon damage here, I don't think. 'Cause, I mean, paying 400 gold for this is kind of stupid. But anyways, um, but I buy more of my items and I get to it and I'm like, oh, like I actually have more gold than I thought I would. So I just like, okay, I don't want to go for a normal cloak because like I could get like a good purple one, yeah. But instead of that, what I decided to do is I went for a watchman cloak. Also, I mean, I just buy some of these. But like I buy like the Grammys. Like this one's real. I mean, this one isn't bad. I don't know if I buy this one or not though. Honestly, I don't remember which Grammys I bought. I have like no clue. I was looking for like finesse rings and stuff. Okay, here we go. I get move speed, PDR, true fizz, physical healing. So the funny thing is, I bought this like, oh, okay, I bought this and I'll just gem this off later, and I completely forget to gem off the physical healing, so it just stays on there because I said that and I lost track. And this is where I was talking about of like, okay, I was just not gonna run a cloak because yeah, I have 1400 gold left. I did this with the intentions on gemming like at least one piece, and just go back through my items here. You can see what I have. But I didn't because I was stupid. And then this Grimmy right here. I mean, I even say this like you can hear me right here. Nah, somebody's like cheating.
Uh, buy it.
Okay, dude, he got one. He got one.
Hold on.
Alright.
Bro, see, I want this one, but this would like I can't buy this. Look at that. That's listed a minute ago. Like that's too good. That is. See, like I wasn't gonna buy this because I know it was listed like specifically for me because like bro, because 2 decks, action speed, move speed, true fizz, like this is exactly what I wanted on a ring, and then it gets listed, and they're like, but they're telling me to buy it, and I was like, all right, whatever. There's 1400 gold left, and you see, like, I go through the Vigilance, and then I go to Watchman Cloak. And looking back at this, I think this is really stupid. I shouldn't have paid this much, because I go all the way, and I pay 600 gold for this one here. And yeah, it is a really good one, but I just shouldn't have done this. I should have went for, like, a Mercurial or something. Like, while the Watchman Cloak wasn't a terrible idea, I just don't think I needed it. And you end up seeing my stats here. 190 health, 307 MS, 11% action speed, 57.8 PDR, 17% MR, and I'm 15% Fizz power. And then I buy all my meds, and I'm like, I'm like 600 gold. Get my bolts, get prop pots, all this stuff. And then I was going for a crossbow because I had like I don't know. I think I had like 300 gold left at this point, right? Let's see. Yeah, I bought a search kit. I have 300 gold left. I'm like, all right, gotta get a crossbow, and I just get like a purple one or something. I think because the legendary ones were way too expensive. Yeah, and then like I said, there's the finalized product of the kit, and I'm running my perks. Nothing crazy here. Sword Mastery, Counterattack, Swift, Defense Mastery, and that was the perks I was running. And I think I queue up here in a second, right? Let me just... Yeah. Alright. And now we're going to go into Cucksquee's first run. And he starts off... Play some of the audio.
Okay, Loki, I'm going... Wait, actually I'm going this way.
So the thing is, he starts off in this room, and this is just going to show you guys how, like, not real these games are. Right? Like just... I just want you guys to see this. So he spawns in just like, corner of the map ruins, just in some random module. Yes, he is beside Graveyard. That is fair. This is a very common spot that people go to. But, like, let's just, like, watch this.
This shrine for myself if I need it. Oh!
Alright. Like, okay, we have one player. We have a druid. Druid down a little bit. And we have this guy, he's just like running around like an idiot, right? Like, okay, like this is all pretty normal. This is like doing the normal druid stuff. Turns into a bear, gets hit once, turns into a panther running. This is normal. And here's where you're like, okay, this, like, all right, that might not be a normal player. And he,
Oh my god, bro.
And then, like, he's clearing out these mobs. There comes another person running across. Keep in mind, this person is running down to the bottom of the map where nothing is. Like, there's no reds near him or anything. This player isn't running near anything. Oh, and then I'm trying not to fast forward through the fights or anything.
Yep.
And this is a rogue running at him. Oh, we have another one right here.
Oh! What the fuck?
And, like, this is just, like I said, like, this is...
That's some bullshit, bro.
We are in just, like, a random module on the bottom of the map, and you're seeing this. He turns at this guy. He gets a really good, like, really good riposte on this guy. Kills him. Nice play. I mean, that was nothing to say there. That was just, textbook good. But now we have already had 3 players in this bottom module on the corner of the map within the first, minute and a half of the game. And something key to remember here is, so they are basing points off of the people you kill and the gear they have. So one thing you really need to do is you need to check the gear. Also, and this rogue is just camping on the body invis. Not that crazy, all things considered. I mean, that's not an abnormal play. But one thing I do want you to know is this guy that's dead on the ground. I want you to like look at his name and just try to remember it, because it's not going to be the last time we see it. So he goes back to this druid, right? And it's like, okay, he's just a druid, just in purple gear. Nothing abnormal here. What's going on? This guy just has legendary prots and meds in the bottom right corner of his inventory. Just sitting over here doing nothing after he just hinted into him. And this is already showing you basically, like, the level of, like, sniping that's going to happen. This is his very first game on. And obviously, he puts these on and he uses them for this floor. But after this, like Vincent is like, hey, you have to drop those, bro. Like pretty clearly, that, like, druid wasn't a normal player. You don't just normally bring in a bunch of high rarity meds and prots and put them in the bottom right corner of your inventory, right? And that rogue just, like, runs away. And then, once again, he's going to look at the guy. And here he is. Melnais. Melnais. That's... See that guy's name? Alright. And, that player is, like I said, he will come back. And then he's just, like, messing around with this rogue, I'm pretty sure. The rogue isn't really fighting him or anything. Like, they're just kind of playing footsies. The rogue runs away, all of this stuff. And he eventually backs off. He's like, I'm wasting too much time here. Runs away from the rogue. That's fine. Right? He's already got several kills. Got a decent amount of points. I think the druid was, like, 1 point or something. The rogue he killed, I believe, was like 1 or 2. I'm not even sure. But, yeah. So, just, like I said, normal stuff's going on here. And then he runs into one more person. Once again, another guy. Same corner of the map. Bach Warlock this time. This guy's actually moving kind of crazy. I don't really feel like playing the audio. He's fighting him. Another person, a little Timmy fighter. Showing up, once again, corner of the map. Is this guy a normal player or not? Who knows, right? There's no telling. I mean, this guy kind of, honestly, low-key, kind of plays well. But yeah, I mean, he's just, like, getting nothing. He just has no gear on. And, I mean, it wasn't even close. But yeah, gets another kill there. He's still looking around, I believe, for that Warlock, which is somewhere around here. Here he is. Warlock's back, going for the fight on this guy. Oh, here it is. Spoiler alert. Misses a crossbow. Crossbow down. Warlock's pushing for the fight. He has Bach on his sword. Not a terrible fight to take. However, it is pretty hard to kill this guy. He's smart. Eats the Bach. Goes for some hits. Gets a good riposte off. Misses. Guy fakes his Phantom Eyes out. Pulls up his map on accident. And finishes it off with a riposte and some hits. So it kind of trolled the fight, but it was fine. The guy wasn't that geared, I don't think. And he gets some points here for this guy. And he goes back and he looks at the gear and everything. California Love, by the way, on an EU server. What an interesting name. Wonder why EU people love California. But yeah, so this happens. I don't think anything else happens on this floor. Oh yeah, he runs into this guy, which is a Cobalt Sorcerer, which is a weird thing to see. Not gonna be the last time we see this guy either. And I think, like, this gets pretty close here. Like, he gets in, like, not like the worst spot, but it's definitely, like, not like, great. He's a fighting sorcerer as a fighter is always hard. Breakthrough's bugged. It doesn't work against any other spells anymore. This guy just tries to, like, run away. And the thing is, like, this tournament also, I forgot to mention, you can't go Inferno, so it's just Ruins to Crypts. And there's no time limit, so as long as you are playing, like, as long as you are on the map, you want to be here as long as possible, because as long as you're here, you can maybe get kills. This guy, he just gets a free kill running to, like, a portal. Nothing, it's just is what it is. Sork's here. He hits the freeze on him. He hits a wind blast, and now he's in like kind of an awkward spot. Boom, gets hit with an elemental bolt. Really low at this point. You can see his mouse is shaking, right? Like you can see the nerves are there. But the sorcerer just kind of backs off, lets him full heal. He gets back, takes the red. And then yeah, he drops his like legendary meds and stuff. And where's it at? Okay, he runs into this barbarian, which is it's a barbarian. He looks kind of homeless. It's got kiting out the savage or sprint or the adrenaline rush. Not a terrible idea. Probably better to use sprint there, but is what it is. Can't blame him. He's an EU player. The barb gets here, turns the fight as the Bardiche. Not actually pretty good matchup for Lantern Shield. If they don't have that high of action speed. Honestly, the thing is this guy doesn't have reckless or anything, and he doesn't look that geared. He's got a leather cap on. You could literally just finish this off with M1s. Kills him, fine. Points it's like a 1-pointer. He's doesn't have some jewelry on, but gets kills there. Then he runs into the Smite Cleric guy. And you could just look at the people he's killing, bruh. Look at this guy. The guy pops and then the cleric's running, he gets the door closed and he makes it to the red, and that is -1 point. Or not -1 point, but he didn't gain a point, so that guy's gone. And he's just running around looking for more people. Yaddy la doo la da. Oh, here we go. Another rogue he runs into. This gets really, really close here. The rogue is getting really good throwing knives in. He's playing his spacing really well. Got really good knives. Other than that, though, it's kind of hard for this is pretty hard for him to fight because he has a lantern shield and he can you see here the rogue just gets around his lantern shield and he's really low, but he's just getting really good M1s in, and he's honestly, this is kind of a free kill. If he just let go of M1 here and walked forward a little bit, he killed this guy. Right here, if he just stopped M1ing, he easily could have killed this guy. And I don't think backing off there is the play. This guy was clearly low. If we watch this back, you can see it. Hold on. He hits him a lot. And all of these are good hits too. The first one a prop pot, but I think at least one of those is a headshot, and they were all sweet spot hits. So he was definitely low there. He goes here for a health shrine, which he does get. And then I think he tries to fight the rogue one more time. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't. He just ends up coming. Oh, yeah, he does. He does here. Sorry. But he does have a blue behind him. And he was literally asking chat. He was like, yo, guys. He's like, yo, guys, should I leave? And I don't even know. I think somebody said, leave, take the blue. And that was pretty funny. Oh, my God, what was that? Wait, does he not fight the guy? Okay, yeah, I don't even think they fight. I think he just comes here, he takes his blue, and that is his first run done. And with that, he starts off with 8 points. These guys, oh, bro, look at that dog. Look at that stocky little fuck. What a good dog. All right, let's just get to his. All right, yep. And that was his first run. So good run by all means. He starts off with 8 points. That is a strong start. If you consider last tournament between Fred and CNG Blade, they finished with only having 12 points. I think Fred had 12 points after his second game. CNG Blade lost with 11 in his third one. And obviously the point system is a little bit different because that was just 11 and 12 kills, not points, but is what it is. All right, so my first game. And the goat had to turn his thumbnail on. Face came on. I was just testing out my kit here. It's pretty good. And, start off with nothing crazy here. Just kill a little cleric. That's just kind of what's he doing? And then I'm moving on and I see sorcerer. Second person I see, and I'm like, okay, this is pretty cancer, right? But I got a smile on my face because I'm the goat. Never been put under pressure in my life. This is a pretty terrible thing because fighting a sorcerer is really hard. You can already see I'm already down so much. I'm pretty sure I have to pop. Do I have to pop my wind here? No, I don't think I pop my wind here. Luckily, this guy's kind of terrible because the thing is, he was doing this. I was actually trying to get away from him here. I wasn't really trying to fight him because I went into this. I did not want to fight sorcerers. My plan was if I saw a sorcerer, I was going to run away. And we just kind of sit here and play footsies for a while. Take my shirt off. He gets over here. I get slowed by lightning dash, and he's just kind of gone. Then coming back, I heard a rogue in here, demo style. I heard a rogue pull his weapon out here. I didn't know where he was exactly because this is what a normal player looking for rogue looks like. I didn't walk in and hit him in the head. And I'm just chasing this guy down. Then there is a druid over there and an instacast wizard here. So, you know, kind of like everybody running around. I didn't get in there to this guy. The druid's trying to kill me with bear form. I'm backing off here a little bit because it's an awkward angle. I can't really, like, commit on anyone because, you know, the sorcerer was behind me. The rogue's over there on the right. I had the wizard there. And then I go in here. I go after chasing the druid and the wizard that went in this way. Because the thing is, like, even if, you know, you're scared, you kind of have to go for fights. Like, that was, like, the big thing about this that I think gave me an edge up was I wasn't, like, I mean, the thing is, you have to play with a certain level of aggressiveness because if you don't, you just don't get points. It's like, yeah, this fight might not be great for me, but there's a chance I kill this guy, so I'm kind of forced to take it. Which, like, this druid, it's like, I know there was a rogue and a wizard around somewhere, and he goes a rat form, and I get him. I get the little bastard. So that's clean. Couple points there. I think that's like 2 points. So, I mean, I think purple people are like 2 points. And you see, like, I'm gonna pop a pot, looking that way, kill all the mobs. Where's he at? There he is. Loot up really quick. You see his gear. I mean, this is like a 2-pointer. And so with the cleric and the druid, I now have 3 points. I was looking that way. I see the wizard die the rogue, so I'm following in, looking for him. This is just clearing PvE. The rogue gets through a door here. You know, we're just kind of playing like fighter versus rogue stuff. He's running away. All of this. Almost die here. I almost messed up. I didn't hear this rogue walking up on me. But he did, and then he got right here. It was really, really close. I mean, he kind of trolled everything because, you know, rogue players. And then he gets his door closed on me because we love doors. And he's just running away here. He's throwing knives, all this stuff. Like, you know, just average rogue gameplay. Double jump, throw a knife, throw it at my foot. Yep, fun stuff. Another door closes it in my face. You know, what are you gonna do? He runs. The Sork pops up over here on my left, actually, and I'm like, okay, this guy's back. Gonna run to this guy because he's kind of like in a dead end. But nope, because he can just blow up a door, which he does, and then he's gone. So that's cool. Then I go back, still looking for the. I mean, I went back to look at this guy because I mean, let me look at this cute little guy. You know, like I hate druids, but you can't deny that's this. I mean, look at him. I can make a look. I came out to get meds, but I mean, like, look at this little guy. He's adorable. But anyways, I reach my hand into his terrible dead corpse and take out some heals. And I come back looking for the rogue again. Once again, I heard him stealth over here. He's just running away. And at this point, I wasn't, like, worried. Because the thing is, I knew going into this turn, I was like, okay, if I find the players, like, I will win. I will kill them and I will get the points. That is just a matter of fact. I'm good enough to do it. I know I am. My worry was I was going to run into situations like this where the players just weren't there or they were just going to perma run for me and I couldn't do anything. Because that is literally one of the biggest downside of fighter is like when people want to run from you, it's really, really hard to stop them. Really difficult. And that was the thing that ended up happening. I was like, okay, this is really bad. I was like, all of my lobbies are like this. I don't know how I'm going to win. Because, I mean, I just can't catch these people. Like, you see this rogue just running here from me, and, like, he's throwing knives. And even, like, when I get this close, I mean, he's still... Like, this guy could easily get away from me at any point here. And he's just trying to throw knives, all this stuff, you know. He, like, kind of pulls out his weapon to be threatening. And he turns his corner, and he tries to fight me instead of just going for the door close. And I kill him. Because I get lucky, and then... Boom. 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 That's a 3-pointer right there. That's a 3-pointer. But yeah, I kill that guy. Look around. I don't really see anyone else. And I end up taking the taking the red portal, going to Crypts. And then here, so I think, where is it at? It's right up here. I run around, don't find anybody. So right here. Here's somebody clearing mobs. I see this druid here. I'm like, okay, boom. This is good. That's a legendary spear. You can tell just, wait, am I in? Okay, cool. That's a legendary spear. You can tell it looks. I'm like, all right, bet. This guy's worth a lot of points. He is like, okay, this guy is screwed. Like, this guy is so dead, like, where he is. Like, he is not getting out of this. Right? And then the worst happens. I hear somebody on my right. And then the door opens. And I'm like, oh, man. Like, okay, whatever. Like, because I know this druid's a 3-pointer. I know he is. I can just tell it. And I'm like, all right, this sucks. Boom. Sorcerer around the corner. Nightmare, right? Literal nightmare. And I'm like, okay, you know, maybe I can, like, fight this guy, right? Try to pop a magic prot. And he lightning vortexes and wind blasted. And I'm a mile away. Because I'm pretty sure this guy's air mastery on. All right, like, you know, not the worst. And, I mean, I'm just kind of, like, slowly getting drained into my health bar here. Eruption hits me. Wind blasts me again. I'm below half. Like, all right. Got a second wind here. Eruptions me so I can't keep pushing. Boom. A second sorcerer has hit the Godfather. Like, like, this guy's got a TB on his belt. He's clearly geared. Dodge the wind blast because I'm the greatest player to ever touch this game. Back off. Run across boss room. Because, I mean, I was at the point where I was like, listen, there is a world where I try to run across this boss room and they both chase me and I die. But at the end of the day, if that were to happen, like if these guys were both just hard sniping me and they just chase me across boss room and kill me like this, I mean, I was never going to win it regardless, right? That was just never going to happen. So I assumed, I was like, okay, these guys are probably going to fight each other. That seems like the most likely outcome. So I go through here, get a campfire down, get a full reset, and I hear somebody walking up on me here. And this is what I mean, once again, like, these are just the players that are inting, right? Like, I'm like, okay, it's another sorcerer, and look at me, like, look at this guy. Like, he's just, I mean, like, what is there to say? Like, he's literally just hands-upping. But I go back, I see the druid that somehow managed to make it out of his hole. He's like, he's bear form, kind of playing little footsies here again with him. The druid runs away. I come back, I hear somebody fighting. I hear the sorcerer fighting the druid. The druid, like, runs away. The sorcerer is here. And then this is the one that had TB on his belt. And we're just, like, playing, like, just is what it is. I'm just trying to crossbow him. He's trying to run. There's another guy, but, like, I mean, what's going on there? Like, that's two people. It's the solos. But yeah, I missed this crossbow, which is pretty bad. If I had that crossbow, I actually probably could have been in a really good spot. Dodge an elemental bolt like a goat. Wind blasts me. And then this right here, he should have been dead here, but I got frozen by the thing. So I'm forced to play the doorway again because this is how it is playing against a sorcerer as fighter. Like, it's just constantly being terrified of everything. Really good duck on that guy's part there. Actually, can't even hate there. That was a good duck. And he's just, like, kind of casting spells on me. I don't, like, get the initial push on him, so I immediately have to back up because if I don't, I just get wind blasted. Dodge that again. I'm like, okay, like, this is pretty close. His freeze lightning's down. I'm like, this is my best chance, right? And the funniest part is if he just pushes me back here or takes this right, I don't kill him. But because he doesn't, and he goes here, I actually get a chance, and I get the kill off on him. And I'm looking at this guy. I'm like, all right, bet. Let's check his gear. And he's in full uniques. To be fair, they're, like, all magic damage, so this guy was unironically, like, 100% magic power. But I mean, like, yeah. Like, this is the type of... And keep in mind, like, I never run into Sorks in the normal game. Literally ever. This is, like... And this is already 3 I've ran into. I played solos for 2.5 hours before this tournament, and I didn't see a single Sork. I start the tournament, and all I've seen is Sorks, Druids. But yeah, I get a reset off here. I run into the other Sork, and then we kind of, like, fight a little bit. Nothing really happens. It's just, me trying to kill him, him not letting me kill him. That type of stuff. I reset here, I get a surge. I try to fight him one more time, and then I'm just like, I'm just going to give it up. I decided at this point, I was like, it's just not worth it. Like, I'm not going to kill this guy. It just isn't possible, so... I decided that I was going to back off here. And then I run into this guy out of his zone, and I could have killed this guy, but the problem is, if I kill this guy, the Sork's going to kill me right after, most likely, because I don't even have second wind here, so it's just kind of like a chalk situation. And it's never worth it a 1-for-1, because I would be losing a point. Like, if I wasn't losing a point, I'd probably do it for death, but the fact that you lose points for death just makes it, like, just not worth it. And there's another druid, once again, they're just, like, everywhere. But I get this door open, and there's a blue portal waiting on me here. Boom. And I'm like, you know what? I knew at this point in this lobby, I was like, okay, I've seen a druid, a sork, and a fighter. The fighter is probably going to take a red that's nearby, and even if he doesn't, if I fight him, I'm going to get third-partied by either the druid or the sork. Because, I mean, like, look at this guy, bro. Like, I turn this corner, and, like, look at the, what is this guy doing? Like, he's just standing here staring at a wall. Like, brother, this guy definitely has one of the streams pulled up. Like, let's just be real. You are not just standing here staring at a wall for fun. Right? Like, this is not what normal players do. You don't just stand there AFK staring into the wall for fun. Like, I knew at this point that it was kind of chalked, and like I said, this is the druid that I was about to kill. 10 Agi, unique frost amulet. Yeah, it's like... And this guy, I don't know if anybody out there is an NA player. I have never seen this guy before in my life, but he is in all of my games. Like, he was in all of the games I played during this tournament, and I have never seen him before in my life. In solos, duos, trios, nothing. Never once seen him. And he voiped at me one time, and I'm pretty sure he had an EU accent, so I'm 99% sure this is just an EU guy sniping. Maybe he's not. Maybe I've just never seen him miraculously. But all I know is that he was in every one of my games. He voiped at me, had an EU accent, and the moment I called him a sniper, he added me in Vincent's Discord saying, "I'm not a sniper, bro." You know, so I don't really think that was like normal behavior. And this was the fighter. Like even I could have killed this guy, but yeah. And then moving on, because that was my first game, or that was my first game. And now we're gonna go to Koksui's second game. And this is where things start to fall apart a little bit. Also, I forgot to mention, so after his first game, he had 8 points. After my first game, I have 10 points. And I think he was really nervous going into this. Like, I'm not gonna like talk super like deep because I mean I don't know how he felt or anything, but I do think he was nervous. I mean, you see like the mouse movement and everything, like it's really like shaky and all that, and just I don't think he was like used to this sort of thing. And what I think happened was he like went into his first game. He's like, "Oh, I got 8 points. I'm doing really good." And I came back and I got 10, and I was kind of like, he was like kind of like shook him a little bit, like, "Oh, like he has even more points than me, so like I really have to lock in here." And I do think it got to him a little bit. Like I think the mental aspect of it was probably kind of like taking its toll, and he's just playing here as a barbarian, breaks down a door that's just like running, and he's just kind of like running around looking for people to kill. And then once again, I mean, you guys remember the druid from his first game, right? Like, I mean, like look at this, right? Like the guy literally breaks down. Like the guy literally runs into a door, 3 mobs in his back, turns into a panther, tries to kill him, and then he runs into a sork. But clearly, some of the players in this are not normal, like as you guys have seen this. And he's just trying to clear mobs, and literally, like nothing really happens here. He runs into a warlock. I'm trying to skip through some of this because I don't feel like just sitting here watching everything like I did the first game. Runs to a warlock, runs to a bonk whiz, and then like literally nothing happens. He sees the warlock and the sorcerer fighting, actually, and he almost gets a good play here. The sork, like this he catches the sork in a pretty bad spot. Sork lightning dashes up here. Misses the elemental bolts. He gets really, really close to him. Kind of trolls his positioning here, which I mean happens. Missed the crossbow shot. And yeah, I mean sees the Sork Warlock fighting again. Goes to the fight here. Okay, this is bad. Misses. Oh, actually, no, I guess that killed. But he gets the kill on the Sork. He's really low, so he's running away here, going for the reset. Backs off. He's like just running. Full heals. Sees another Sork. This is the Cobalt guy from his first game. That's like griefing. Hits a good shot here. I mean he like falls there, which kind of sucks, but yeah, smart to move away here. And so far, I mean he's played well. Like I think he's played to like the best of his ability. He got 1 kill. He didn't check the guy's gear, which is the problem. It was kind of hard to do, but he could have like went back and checked it later. So like it's kind of hard to like judge it. So I think they ended up giving him only like 1 point for that kill. And yeah, once again, the Cobalt guy's back. He's just fighting him. He could have died here. This is actually really, really close. He gets one tick of I mean, he gets hit by a 1 tick of lightning storm. The golem hits him. The guy comes in. Frost lightnings. Gets rooted. Golem hits him again. And this guy goes for flame arrows. And throws his wind blast away. And the warlock's back. And then the warlock fights this guy. He backs off. Heals again. Comes back in. Turns off whispers. And he's running forward, and then he does get a kill here, I think. Yeah. He walks back in here. This is a really lucky one. He walks back in here, sees the Cobalt Sorcerer, and then, dink, headshot, kills him. Gets the Cobalt Sorcerer. The guy was in actually pretty good gear, all things considered. And I don't know how many points that was. Maybe that was 2, maybe that was 3. I couldn't tell you, quite frankly. But then he runs into a Bonk Wizard, and this is where I mean I feel like he was playing a little scared. Like you really, really need to be fighting this guy. Like, yeah, I get it. This Warlock's here, but you are at the point where you really need to get points. Like overall, the standing of the game is pretty even. Like I think it's like 11-10 or something in his favor at this point, or 10-10. It's really close. All right, it's really close. But you really need to widen the gap. Because the thing is, if you're looking at it, like if you get 8 points your first game and I got 10 points my first game, it should be kind of like assumed that it's not that hard to get a lot of points. So you really need to be looking at like 5+ points a game, and like when you're playing like this, it's kind of hard to do. And like I said, I get it. You're worried about the third party, but you really just have to at some point be willing to lean into it. And I know it's a bonk wizard. Those things are terrifying to fight. I'm scared of fighting him. A warlock, really hard to kill. But you just gotta do it. And he ends up like backing off here. He takes the red because he thinks he doesn't have enough time, which is probably justifiably so. And this is where things really start to fall apart. So he runs into this rogue, which I'm sure this guy should look familiar. He runs into this rogue, misses his crossbow here because the guy is double jump, and double jumps OP. And he sees a guy behind him, so he starts like, playing a little bit more passive here. He's backing off because he doesn't want to be in a spot where he's fighting all these people. And then once again, like I said, very normal players right here. Very, very normal players. Headshots him. Really good play. What is this guy doing, right? Like the guy's just like, he gets headshot and this guy's kind of just like standing AFK. He's just like running around in a circle. Like, right? And then he kills him. Then we have a wizard coming through. I feel like he probably could have pushed that, but I'm pretty sure the wizard had instacast up right after, so he just runs away, gets stuck with an explosion, dips out. Not a wrong play. I mean, you got to kill there. I don't think playing safe is like the worst play at all. And then he goes through this door, and then boom, there's a fighter with a crossbow. Yikes. Fighter hits the crossbow, but he's got a longsword, so he's really not that scary, all things considered. Blocks him, nice play. And this is where, oh my god, right here, he gets so lucky. You can hear it. Fireball, and it hits the door beside him. If that directed him, he died. Probably. It was definitely been close. But he was most likely dead there. And he doesn't have a surge kit here, so he backs off. He gets the full heal going. Goes back in this room, and I think this is where he play. I think he was playing well here. I think trying to play aggressive on this fighter was the correct play, even if you think the wizard's around. Just because you really have to. Like I said, he's only gotten, I believe, 2 points at this at this point. He really hasn't gotten that many. Maybe he's gotten more. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember how much they counted. Because he was 8 to begin with, and I think after this he has 11. So maybe he got 4 points. Yeah, maybe I think they counted that Sork for 3. So maybe this is 4 points. But like I said, you really just have to be playing to get these kills. A fighter is probably the best matchup you could see. And turn it on. And then, nice cinematic fight down here. The fighter's looking ready to fight. This guy's going up, pulls out his longsword, and then, boom, we're fighting. Gets a good parry. Nice. Going for it. Keep in mind, you heard the sound of him hitting 2 people there. And then, what is this?
What is he?
Rogue steals the kill, but that's okay because he's already hit the rogue twice. This is a free win. Hits the riposte, but misses the riposte. Or gets the riposte, but misses it. And then dies. So the thing is, right here, I can't even be mad at him for not you don't know that hit, right? You have no idea. But the thing is, this rogue has just procced both of his abilities on this fighter. He has nothing up, and you hit this guy, you get the hit advantage. You do not need to Lantern Shield or past this guy. This is the Lantern Shield dilemma. This is the problem with Lantern Shield and Longsword. People sometimes tunnel vision so hard going for the parry that you die in the process. It's if he just left clicked this guy, he killed him. I mean, you could also say if he hit this, if he hit that, the guy was dead. But right here, okay, you get another swing, so just swing at him. You don't need to go for this. Look at all this time he had to hit him, and then he ends up getting hand crossbowed and dies. And then if you look at the guy right after, I mean, hey guys, where have we seen this name before, right? But the guy was 40% HP. This guy was, if he just left clicked him 2 more times, which he had ample time to do, he would have killed him every single time. So he only gets 2 points. I think it's 2 or 3 points for this lobby. Yeah, or no, I think it's 2 points. So he was at 10, or no, he was at 8, right? Yeah, he was at 8. After this, he ends up being at 11 or 12 or something. I don't know. Maybe 11, but he doesn't get that many points. So I think it's I mean, I could check Vincent's stream, but it's 10 to 11 at this point. That was his second game. Like I said, he died, so now he has to build another kit. And then I watched this. I don't. Actually, wait. Do I pull up Vincent? May I pull up Vincent's stream? If I pull up Vincent's stream, maybe see how many points he had. Whatever. I didn't do it. But that was his second game. And like I said, at this point, because whenever he dies, he literally. I'll play it for you guys here. What does he say?
It's over. Sorry, chat.
Yeah, I mean, he's just he's already like doomer. Also, bro, like look at this guy. Where are the druids that just walk to Todd just to die? Like, okay, buddy. Anyways, but you could tell he's already kind of like tilted at this. He's kind of like doomer, and like I said, at this point, I'm feeling great. I'm like, my first game was fantastic. His second game was terrible. He barely has a lead. Like, I'm going in like with this in high spirits, very, very high spirits. And you can see like the whole time I'm playing, I got like a smile on my face. I'm chilling. I'm talking to chat. Great. I ran into this barbarian. Boom. Red isn't open yet. That's a +1. This guy don't even have shoes on. Actually, was the red open? No, the red wasn't open yet. Like, bet. Free. This guy's Franciscaing mobs. I'm like, I don't even care. Timmy down. Timmy has been slain. Yep. Killed that guy. Heal up. And then, a kind of low-key, kind of a gamer shows up here. Where's he at? It's a longsword fighter. He shows up. Don't play the audio. You guys can just kind of watch it out. Okay, now you guys can watch it out. He swung that really fast. Were you in with his toes? What do we mean by that? Don't worry about that. And this guy, bro, this guy also has the Sallet Watchman combo on. I'm like, wait, this guy can be like secretly super juiced. And I kind of troll here. This is a misplay right here. Like, reloading there, like, that's stupid. But I hit my shot, so it ended up. And you can see, like, and perfectly spaced because I'm the GOAT. Blocked it because I'm going to GOAT again. And, I mean, he's kind of just getting farmed at this point. Another block and finish the fight off. Nice, GG. Good fight. And I immediately check the guy's gear because that's what you got to do. Check his gear, and, I mean, he's in, like, purples. He's in, like, 3-year-old purples. You know? So that's a clean little 2 points. Pop a surge kit. Chilling. And I've already got 3 points for this run. Once again, feeling great, feeling really happy. And this is where, okay, I also catch this guy. Like, I just catch this little guy, like, this little guy trying to run to the thing. Pop smite, just to block. Just trying to block. He has no idea what he's doing. And I'm just getting around the shield, and I get another kill. Nice, another 1 point. Another acceptable 1 point. So I'm up to, I think, 4 points now for this first run. And then I run into the Sorcerer. And low-key, we kind of have the battle for the ages. I'm not going to play all of this just because it's not really worth it. There are 2, I think, pivotal moments here that are pretty close. Obviously, if I could hit my crossbow, this would be good. Like, right here, I'm like, oh, nice, this guy's cooked. And then he has the lightning AoE. Nightmare. And then he hits me with the frostbolt. And I pop my second wind there, and because I pop my second wind, I'm animation locked, and I can't get my shield up in time. And I'm like, okay, low-key is kind of scary. But I push him back here because, I mean, you know, like, that's my only play. I don't run out. You never run away here. You have to apply some damage back. And he levitates me. I pop this, and I'm just like backing away, going for heals here. Nothing really happens here for a second while I'm just healing back up. And this is where if I had Francisca's, I probably just kill this guy because he ends here. Like, he literally dashes on me. But even with this, I mean, I just can't catch him. He's just too fast for me. And I miss my one Francisca because he turns to Elemental Bolt me. And I catch that. Misses the Wind Blast, lucky me. And then he just runs to the door, and I close the door. Because, I mean, once again, I have to heal here. And then the fight lasts even longer. Right here. This is the second one. This is where I hit so crossbowed. Here, actually, let me just play it. So you guys can hear the whole thing. I don't know how loud this is. I'll make it a little bit louder. Crossbowed. I take it 3 ticks of Lightning Storm. Ouchies. He peeks the door. Frost Lightnings me. Peeks it with an Elemental Bolt. Boom. Headshot. Hit him. He lives. And at this point, I'm like, I was like, okay, if I didn't kill him there, I'm probably never gonna kill him. I surge. I try to fight him here. It doesn't really go well. I just kind of close the door and I run. Like, I'm just like, at this point, I'm like, okay, I'm wasting too many resources on this guy. I just need to get out of here. I only had 1 campfire left. I didn't have second wind. Just kind of sucked, is what it is. Get my second wind when I come back down, and I'm just now, like, walking around looking for more people. And it's actually funny. It's funny. Wait, where's it at?
Many smite DP clerics until. Where the smite DP clerics at?
Wait, where's it?
Run into one of them. There's like a Temida.
I think I say it here, right?
There's really not that many smite DP clerics in solos, in my experience. It's usually like a lot of barbs, like some fighters.
And I say that. I have not seen, like, any fighters yet. And then right here. Clearing a mob, you know. Nothing abnormal. Just mob clear. My stream's lagging. No biggie. I get shot once. One guy.
Okay.
Two guys. Three guys.
Okay.
There's all fighters.
Still, here are the fighters, I guess.
And, like, this is another spot where it's like, this is like, does it look really bad because I'm surrounded by three people? Yeah, but it's like, have you ever seen that Darth Vader meme? It's like, oh, I'm surrounded by or dead men. Like, I know I can get a lot of points here. I'm like, okay, these people just hand-delivered themselves to me, and I'm not really worried. Because the thing is, they have no reason to play as aggressive as I do. Like, if I play really stupid and I start fighting them, like, they're going to be scared of the third party. So they're going to be playing with, like, this guy. Like, this guy's just trying to run away. Like, he's just trying to open this door and run. So I'm like, oh, bet. Like, free hits. And you can even see the other guy right there is just kind of, like, sitting there staring. Because, like, he knows there's a guy here. He's kind of scared to go for the fight. Also, I just kind of farmed this guy. But this guy, I mean, this is a sniper. Like, you see he's in, like, a bunch of, like, dead roll uniques effectively. I'll just play this whole thing out because I think it's like the last like big one. The other fighter here is like kind of trying to play crossbow. I back off here, just reload my crossbow, it's getting good shots on him. And then I check this guy one more time, and this is no, I think it's right before. This is where I show you he's a sniper because, yeah, he brought in legendary meds, right? I mean, so yeah. But anyways, like I said, I'm just playing crossbow here a little bit. That guy runs away. I'm like, okay, that guy ran away. I'm going for this guy. I will take every fight I can, giving any opportunity. And I just farm this guy, bro. Like, I farm him. And this guy was in base. This is why they call me the GOAT, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. Not this. That's expected. And then we like do a little jump tease experiences. But like, bro. Like, how is this guy alive, man? How is he alive? Like, hold on, it's not done. Like, how is he alive? And he takes the red.
Damn, that guy was geared.
And like, bro, I mean, I kill this guy like really easy because this guy's gear is terrible. But that guy had to be in straight sauce. Like, I'm talking quad roll leggies. And I mean, this guy is just in like pretty much naked. But yeah, I was like really sad after that because that guy got away. And then I just go for the camp. And then I run. Okay, where is it at?
And so now, like, you're in such a shitty spot that you have to repose because you can't just win the fight.
So I'm just sitting here. I'm just clearing PVA, just normal. And then, boom, Sork from downrange. And then I end up where's it? And then I mean, you can hear what I say here.
Dying at this point wouldn't really feel that bad. I've already got a lot of points, so I can kind of down to fight this guy.
I know I shouldn't fight this guy because I'm probably gonna die because it's a Sork and fighting goes so hard.
But I mean, I should never fight a Sork. I'm just an idiot.
And yeah, you hear me there. It's like I knew I shouldn't have fought this guy. Going into it, it was stupid. I mean, like the fight isn't even close. I mean, there's just nothing I can do. Like if a Sork plays correctly against a fighter, you just don't ever kill them. It's just not possible. Like just the poke they have with like wind blast and stuff. It's like I mean like look, like there's nothing I can do about that. He just has free poke. Like his wind blast is even down here, and he's just. I mean like like what do you do here? I get eruptioned, or I get a thinged. He lightnings. He wind blasts me again, and then I'm just dead at this point. Another eruption, and wind blast to finish me off. And then once again, it's the same guy. And you know what the best part is? He literally upgraded his kit this time. He literally came back with a better kit to try to kill me because he couldn't kill me the first time. Like he has air mastery on. Like bro, he has air mastery. You don't run this. If you run this, you should not be on this class. Solos is so heavily dominated by barbarians, you should never be running this. Because you are just playing down a perk if you are running this. But anyways, yes, I mean, at this point, I was kind of just like, whatever, is what it is. Like, I knew the guy, like, I knew I was going to die to a sniper. It was going to happen. And he tried to kill me the first game, he couldn't. Get me the second game. To be fair, I died because I was going to fight him. Like, it was a fair fight. It was a fair 1v1. But, I mean, like I said, he was definitely sniping. I've never seen that guy before in my entire life ever playing this game on anybody's stream. So I know for a fact there is no way that guy's an NA player. And then Katsui rebuilds his kit, and he goes in for his third game. He has another kit, very similar stats. He builds a little more action this time. He goes in for his third game. And this is where it just kind of starts to fall apart for him. Like, so, once again, another druid that is just, like, you know, like, just dying. Fun fact, the rogue stole his kill here, too. The rogue sneaks in, hand crosses, and steals his kill.
I have the fucking mob on me as well.
I mean, this is kind of troll. I mean, and then, I mean, like, look at this guy.
Bro.
And then the mob steals his kill. I mean, that guy was clearly inting, but then the mob steals his kill. And this rogue literally just follows him around forever, just hand crossbowing him. And he kind of trolls, I think, was it right here? I'm trying to see where it is. Yeah, it's right here. So he, like, has his rogue in a really bad spot. Like, he's chasing him down here. You know, miss the frannies, is what it is. Hits one, hits two. And then, like, the rogue is in a terrible spot. Like, the rogue ran and jumped in the corner. Like, he could have kept pressuring this guy, but he didn't. Which is weird to me. And, I mean, like I said, you can see at this point, like, or, like, you can hear it in his voice, like he's just kind of, like, defeated. Because going into his third game, he had, I think he had 12. He either had 11 or 12 points, and I was at 16. So I had, like, a pretty sizable lead over him, and I still have a whole extra game. But with that being said, it's like, he could easily, you know, bust out, like, an 8 or a 10-point game. And then I just have a bad game and die. Because, I mean, you know, if that sorcerer is still hunting me down, like, I could very easily die. Like, my games, you guys, the first and second game, very, very close to dying both games. It would not be hard by any means. And then the rogue, and the problem is, like, this rogue is going to follow you. Like, and the rogue just continues to follow me. He literally sits here. I mean, you can see, like, half the game's over, and he's done nothing. Like, he's just had this rogue been, like, chasing him the whole time. And he's just been, like, farming mobs. And just, this is like, the whole thing. Like, literally, the rogue's still following him, just hand crossbowing him. And so he gets here, and then this is where, like, it's where the ending comes, because all good things must come to an end. He actually, so he got really unlucky. So if you guys don't know, there's a bug with mobs where sometimes your hits just don't register. And he had it happen to him this game, and he didn't know about it, so he's kept hitting, like, the same mobs over and over, and it took him, like, 3 times as long to kill, and it's pretty funny. But he was like, bro, my build does no damage. But he runs into a wizard here, which is like, okay, you know, this is, like, doable, this is, like, killable. And then the wizard invises, and he's right, like, here. He swung in front of the guy. It was really unlucky. And he's just trying to chase the guy down, and he gets his shield up a little late, eat the direct fireball. And this is where, like, I don't know if I would go as far as to say as he's played incorrectly because of, like, the pressure of the tournament or whatever, you know, like, trying to win. But I think this is where it ends up really getting to him. I think at this point, he is thinking, I have to get every single point I can. And he's so dead set on that, he ends up making the incorrect play. The wizard's there, and he sees this rogue right here. The rogue's been following the whole game. He's half health. You don't have second wind. The red portal was open. And then he just... And he, you know, he's just... Like, what does he do here? Like, he's just... And he dies. And the thing is, that rogue, I'm like 90%... Like, this guy right here, this is the rogue that was in his first and second game. I'm like 99% sure. And he just ends up losing. Or he ends up dying. And that was it. I didn't have to play another. Actually, did I pull up Vincent's stream? Yeah, and you see, I ended up winning with 16 points to 12. So yeah, I guess I don't even know if this 12 was accurate. I don't know if this took off the point for his third game that he died, so I don't think it mattered. So yeah, I ended up winning by a pretty sizable amount considering I had an entire extra game. And yeah, that was it. Was the tournament fun? He didn't think so. I don't blame him. I think the tournament was pretty... I mean, it's a for fun thing, right? Like, it's a for fun tournament. That's been expected from the minute, it's been expected from the beginning that things are going to be like this. You would hope there won't have a bunch of snipers, but at the end of the day, people always want attention. There's always, like, losers that just, like, will do everything they can to ruin any experience people have because they don't have friends or anyone that likes them in game. of course. So they'll do stuff like that for attention. You know, the sorcerer that was sniping me, the rogue that was sniping him, everybody else that was a part of it, because you know there's a lot of other people. It just is what it is, right? Like it sucks, and I'm sure if I'd been the one that had lost, I'd probably be pretty upset too. And like saying I didn't have any fun, but I won, so I don't have to say that. Great, I won. I had tons of fun. Love it. Do it again. But anyways, that is it. That is it for the tournament. So I mean, as I'm sure you guys can guess, oh, where's it at? Hold on. I kept my hair. It's good. All of this is staying. We didn't lose any of it. That's great. But yeah, appreciate you guys for watching. It was fun. Thank you to Vincent for hosting it. Had a lot of fun with it. If you want to watch like the full tournament, watch the full runs, kit building, all that, you can go watch the VODs. Mine, Vincent, and Cuxky's are all live. Vincent has everything. You can also hear like opinions of other like streamers like Apollo, Repose, Ken Kenobi, all of them. They were all watching it. Vincent went in like the Discord. I think does he show it on stream here? Well, yeah, like yeah, you can see like right here, like like Majora, Apollo, like all these people were in there like watching it. He went and asked them, hey, what do you guys think, kind of thing. And of course, everybody had faith in NA's strongest warrior because I mean I'm the GOAT. Like, listen, if you bet against me, L, never bet against the GOAT. With that being said, I'm gonna wrap it up. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace, peace.